Welcome to our channel, fellow explorers of the cosmos, the one inside your skull. Today, we're embarking on a journey to a fascinating and often overlooked frontier, the human brain. Just like a spacecraft pushed to its limits, our brains can experience exhaustion, and we're going to learn how to recognize the warning signs. We'll be exploring 12 telltale signs that your brain might be waving a red flag, signaling it needs a break from the constant firing of neurons. Let's launch into it. Have you ever felt like your mind is a spaceship desperately trying to achieve escape velocity, but can't quite break free from the gravitational pull of distraction? That, my friends, is one of the earliest signs of an exhausted brain. When we're mentally fatigued, our prefrontal cortex, the command center for attention and focus, starts to resemble a control room with flickering lights and malfunctioning consoles. Remember, our brains, much like stars, need periods of relative quiet to recharge and maintain their brilliance. Imagine trying to navigate the vast expanse of space without a functioning navigation system. Short-term memory, the kind that helps you remember where you parked your spaceship, relies heavily on the hippocampus, a region of the brain particularly vulnerable to stress. You might find yourself forgetting appointments, misplacing your keys, or struggling to remember what you had for breakfast. Ever feel like you're trying to see through a nebula, your thoughts cloudy and obscured? That, my friends, is the dreaded brain fog, a hallmark of mental exhaustion. This foggy feeling arises when our brains are running on fumes, their processing power significantly reduced. Mental fog can manifest as slow thinking, difficulty finding the right words, and a general sense of mental sluggishness. Chapter 4. Irritability. When we're mentally exhausted, our emotional regulation systems resemble a malfunctioning spacecraft alarm system, prone to false alarms and overreactions. You might find yourself snapping at loved ones, feeling easily irritated, or experiencing sudden mood swings. Chapter 5. Decision-making challenges. Making decisions when your brain is exhausted is like trying to pilot a spacecraft through an asteroid field with a malfunctioning navigation system. Risky business. We become more indecisive, struggling to weigh options and make clear judgments. Chapter 6. Decreased motivation. Mental fatigue can lead to a decline in dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with motivation and reward. This can result in a lack of interest in activities you once enjoyed, making it feel like you're stuck in a gravitational well of apathy. Chapter 7. Fatigue. When your brain is exhausted, it sends signals to your body to conserve energy, leading to feelings of tiredness and lethargy. You might find yourself needing more sleep, feeling drained even after a night's rest, or experiencing a general lack of energy. Chapter 8. Reduced productivity. Similarly, when our brains are exhausted, our productivity takes a nosedive. Tasks that once seemed manageable suddenly feel insurmountable, and our ability to focus and concentrate plummets. Chapter 9. Physical symptoms. When our brains are under stress, the body releases hormones like cortisol, which, while helpful in short bursts, can wreak havoc on our systems over time. This can lead to headaches, muscle tension, digestive issues, and even a weakened immune system. Humans, much like stars clustered in a galaxy, are social beings, hardwired for connection and interaction. However, when mental fatigue sets in, our social orbits can become erratic, resembling a comet veering off its trajectory. Exhaustion can make us withdraw from social situations, neglecting relationships and isolating ourselves from our support systems. Imagine viewing the universe through a telescope with a smudged lens. Similarly, when our brains are depleted, our outlook on life can become skewed towards the negative. Mental fatigue can make us more susceptible to negative thoughts, self-criticism, and pessimism. If we ignore the warning signs of an exhausted brain, we risk entering a state of complete system overload, burnout. Like a star that has exhausted its nuclear fuel and collapses under its own gravity, burnout is a state of chronic stress and depletion that can have serious consequences for our physical and mental health. It's characterized by emotional exhaustion, cynicism, and a reduced sense of personal accomplishment. As we conclude our journey through the cosmos of the exhausted brain, remember this: you are not alone in experiencing these challenges. Just like spacecraft need regular maintenance and astronauts require downtime to recover from missions, our brains need periods of rest and rejuvenation to function at their best. Until next time, keep your minds curious, your spirits bright, and remember, even the universe takes time to rest and recharge.